Every year, as we leave the winter and enter spring, we enter this sort of really strange time where there's lots of things changing, and the main thing is the weather. You know, it's this time of year where you really start to get those first really warm days of the year, but it's often coupled with really cold nights still, and both of those things can really sort of lead to a change in the carp's behaviour. So they're suddenly trying to make use of that warmth and move to areas of the lake where they can really feel the benefit of that warmth, because they've just had a few months where it's been cold and dark and short daylight hours. But now they're starting to wake up, you know, they're starting to become more active. There's a real good chance you'll start seeing them showing a lot more. So at this time of year, it can often, if you get the perfect conditions, you know, they are willing to have a feed, but it's can be quite a scratchy time of year where you're almost trying to read what they're going to be doing based on the weather. And so there's a few things you can do at this time of year in your angling to sort of try and take advantage almost of the carp's erratic behaviour. So, and the first thing and the absolute most important thing of all is location. As I explained earlier, when you're getting these changes in temperature, sudden warm days, but often paired with these real cold nights, it can lead to some quite unusual behaviour. You know, the fish might start gathering in areas or corners of the lake where they wouldn't normally be, but at this time of year, it might be an area sort of off the back of the wind where they get the full benefit of that sun. So taking full advantage of looking and watching the water and looking for those signs of fish and making sure that you are in the right location is the absolute key thing at this time of year, because they can be behaving quite abnormally. And when it comes to location, there's a certain even key times of day where you need to make sure you are up and looking at the water, and that is typically first light and last light. Where we get these bright, sunny, calm days, during the day there's often a chance you'll see absolutely nothing, but those small windows either end of the day are really key to be watching, and this session's been no different. The only shows I've seen have been in that first hour of daylight basically. The other key thing can be even listening for fish showing at night. So yeah, keep active at those times of day, and if you want to get up early, have a nap in the afternoon instead. The second tip I would say is absolutely make use of zig rigs. So again, sort of playing back to that first point, where you're going to get these changing in temperatures during the day, the fish love to benefit from that warmth, so that you'll often at this time of year find them spending a lot of their time mid-water, or even surprisingly just below the surface, even when it still feels quite cold. So zig rigs are absolutely deadly tactic in the spring, and if you fish them properly you will definitely catch more fish at this time of year. Explore all the levels as well, you know, put 3 rods out if you're allowed and try them all at different levels, because again you might find that they're sat at a slightly different level to normal just because that's where they feel most comfortable. So 3 rods will help you find that level as quickly as possible and then change all the rods over to it. The third thing I would say is also to take advantage of single hook bait. So what I like to do is use fluoro, like bright coloured singles as well, high attract baits, and again make the most of where you're seeing any activity, any signs of fish. They're often not looking for a lot of food, so having a really nicely positioned bright attractive hook bait will get you those bonus fish. Another tactic that I like, so maybe tip 4 would be trying to use solid bags. That's where, you know, there's a little bit more than a single hook bait, but you're left with a lovely pile of attraction there, and it's often a guaranteed bite you'll get when you're fishing solid bags. The other advantage of solid bags is, again, taking advantage of where you're seeing fish. You can pretty much cast them anywhere, whether there's a bit of weed there, whether it's clear, whether it's silted, you can pretty much cast them anywhere, and you're guaranteed to be fishing. So it's a really great tactic for the spring. The final one I'd say is bait lightly. So if you are going to bait up, keep it light to start with and build on it. if you go in too heavy, the fish aren't really feeding loads at this time of year unless you've got perfect conditions. Even if you have got perfect condition, try and just get that first bite and build on it from there. So start light, put maybe 5 or 6 spods out, and if you're getting the bites, let the fish tell you how much bait you need to put in. So yeah, they're my spring tactics, my spring tips for this time of year. Hopefully if you apply some of them, it will get you some more fish on the bank.